Hello everyone, this is MJ and you are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk fiction, friends, and fun. Today, it's an update on my reading week, what I've read and what I hopefully plan to read in the week ahead. Stay tuned. So did you ever finish a book and you just get this like natural high that you are so happy that you read it? It was awesome. It was an amazing book. Everything just worked for you. That's where I am right now. This is the most recent book that I finished, and it is Tender is the Flesh. Now, I'm not going to talk specifically about this book because I'm planning to do a live on my channel around Thanksgiving, I think, just to be a little sassy, a little contrary, a little fun. This book, I will tell you, is about people eating people because of the state of the world. This book, I will tell you this, I gave it 5 stars. 5 stars. Absolutely fantastic. We're going to do a deep dive. We're going to talk about the issues. We're going to talk about how people interpreted it, how people experienced it, what type of emotions it brought up. Really, really well done. Is it disturbing? Oh my goodness, yes. But, you know, everybody has their own take on it. I loved it. I'm glad I read it. This is one of my favorite books of the year, I think. Okay, so we finished that one today. Then earlier in the week, I finished Poking Holes by our own Juan Valencia. Juan is the host of his channel, Plagued by Visions, and this is his first short story collection. It is next level. Next level disturbing. There were several booktubers that told me, hey, you know, you may want to skip stories 1, 2, and 3, but too late. I already got into them. I got to story number 4, I think. Was it 4? It was part 1. I'm not sure. No, I was in part 2. I was like halfway through the book, and I said, you know what? I need to put it down. I need to take a break. I need a palate cleanser. I need to get into something else. And that's what I did, and I'm glad I did. I picked this up a couple days ago, finished it. Really, really enjoyed the writing. Each story just takes you on a different journey. Like I said, trigger warnings galore. Highly disturbing. Not for everyone. Not for everyone. If you're interested in picking up this book, watch some reviews on it. Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. It is transgressive. It is aggressive. But some of the stories really were just beautiful. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, the writing is beautiful. Everything that Juan wanted to convey in this book, I think he achieved. You know, this was quite an experience. If you are familiar with Juan's channel, if you are familiar with the kind of books that he features, then this would be right up your alley. But is it disturbing? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Super disturbing. But really, really good. Really good. So, I think I gave this no. The Storygraph way, I would give it 4.25 stars on Storygraph. On Goodreads, I think I gave it 4 stars. Really good though. Okay. Then we're also continuing our journey with Dracula, the audiobook, because that sucker is 19 hours long. Yeah. And I will say that I don't know how I managed to do it in high school. I know in high school, we didn't read the whole thing. We read sections of it, but then our teacher put the old school movie on. And I think he did it because Dracula, it's interesting, but it's a bit on the boring side too. I said it. It's a bit on the boring side. Yeah. It's a bit of a yarn, I think. It's a classic. I'm still hanging with it, but there are certain sections that I enjoy more. The audiobook that I'm doing is really good, but it's just, you know, It's not ticking all my boxes for me. Let's say that. Okay, so that is ongoing. I am going to finish that sucker. I am. It's a slow burn. Then, don't know if you heard about this, but there's this goofy challenge going around. Criminale started it, and then I saw Greg from another Bibliophile Reads committed to do it, and I'm like, I have to do this challenge. I have so many books of the month. I just need to do this challenge. So I signed up for the Read What You Own challenge. Those fellas are doing 100 books. There's a bunch of other people that are doing it as well. I signed up for 25. So I finished my first book yesterday, and that was a book of the month that I had from, how long ago did I have it? Let's see. February of 2021. Infinite Country by Patricia Engel. This book was dynamic. I don't know how else to describe it. This book was gritty. It was gripping. It took you through these situations that you've never walked in before. I honestly think it gave a real depiction of what a family is going through with immigration issues, and all of the different factors that are involved, and how families have been torn apart, and the struggles that people coming to this country may face. Really riveting, gripping. I'm glad that I read it. This is something that I usually don't read. I thought it was great. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was a thin book. Now, as a part of the challenge, I posed the question, if I have the book and I can listen to the audiobook, can I do that? Everyone said yes. So that's what I did. So I listened to this audiobook. It's only 5 hours long, which was perfect. It accompanied, my drives. It accompanied lunch hours and stuff like that. It was really well done. And the thing that got me with this book when I ordered it from Book of the Month, it was the first paragraph, and I'll read it to you. It says, Talia is being held at a correctional facility for adolescent girls in the forested mountains of Colombia after committing an impulsive act of violence that she may or may not have been warranted. She urgently needs to get out and back home to Bogota, where her father and a plane ticket to the United States are waiting for her. If she misses her flight, she might also miss her chance to finally be reunited with her family in the North. It's good. This story flows. Each family character has their own experience, and the book illustrates that. If you're looking for something different, if you're looking for a palate cleanser, if you want to get deep into some immigration stuff, I would recommend this. Fascinating. Cringy. There's some toxicity. There's some trigger warnings, sexual violence. But it's a realistic portrayal, I think. Okay. The other book that I meant to get to this week, and I didn't, was Andy Warhol, Warhol-isms. I'm probably going to read this tonight and into tomorrow morning. It's one of those books that just has, a couple sentences on a page. Should be able to knock it out. Meant to do it last week. Didn't get a chance to. Opted for something else. Welcome to mood reading. Okay. So then this week coming up for the Read What You Own. Read books that you own. Read books that you own challenge. Read books that you own challenge. Book number 2 is going to be Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. This book came out September of 2021. So that is going to be this week's read. Hoping to dive into this sometime this weekend. And then the group read over at Criminale's channel. I almost forgot about it. Got to get to it. It's Douglas Adams and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So these 2 are going to be on deck for me this week. This is the only 2 that I'm going to be committing to as a mood reader. I know I'm going to be dipping into some other stuff, but these are my 2 for this week. Going to take a lighter week. And of course, get Dracula going too. And then I'm doing that channel, right? I didn't break the rules. I swear I didn't break the rules. I got a package in the mail yesterday, and I'm like, what is this? Did somebody send me something? They did send me something. So here's the deal, is that Last week on Twitter, I'm a huge fan of Sara Gran. I've read 2 of her novels so far. I really want to get into some of her other works. And the publishing house, I believe that she owns and operates. I'm not 100% sure on that. They were giving away copies of a book that was released earlier this year. And that was The Book of the Most Precious Substance. They said to the first 15 people that respond to this tweet, you're going to get a copy of the book. I paused. I thought about it. I did some really quick research, and then I put my stuff in there, and I'm like, yes, please. I was one of the 15. I got it in the mail yesterday? Day before yet? No, yesterday. And this book is one of my favorites of 2022. I'm going to put a card up here for my book review. This book is sexy. This book is magical. This book gives you Ninth Gate vibes with Johnny Depp hunting a particular book. It's very much like that. It's got a little bit of Aleister Crowley lore going on in here. There are a number of characters. This is an adventure ride. If you love books that take you on an adventure where they are traveling from country to country to country, meeting different people, experiencing different things, a little bit of a love story in there too. This book is jam-packed with all of that, but it is heavy on the spice. The spice is the main topic of this book. So you need to be prepared for that. One of my top 10 books of 2022. 100%. So I didn't break the rules because I won this and they sent it to me and I didn't pay anything. So I own it, baby. Thank you to Dreamland Books. Follow them on Twitter for sending me this copy. Fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. Watch my review. Just a whirlwind of a book. It's dark. It's sexy. It's travel. It's just good. It's good. If you love the movie The Ninth Gate, if you love going on a hunt for a rare copy of a book, this is the one for you. If you love a little magic, a little witchcraft, this is the book for you. If you love a little love story, this is the book for you. If you love an adventure, this is the book for you. Check it out. If you don't like it, DNF it. I loved this book. Blurbs on the back. I'll read them to you because I didn't have blurbs because I did the ebook. All right. Publishers Weekly said Sara Gran has outdone herself. Paul Tremblay said Sara Gran's Book of the Most Precious Substance is a mix of book buying, mystery, erotica, and a pinch of Clive Barkerian obsessive existential horror, but it's all grand and it's all brilliant. Stephen Graham Jones says there's 2 types of magic at play here. There's what these characters are trying to do, mixing books and sex and spells, and then there's the magic Sara Gran is doing to us as we compulsively read this literary thriller. And there's a third magic we only wish we could do. Pay in blood to go back, read this book again for the first time. Hell yes, Stephen Graham Jones. Exactly. Read this if you haven't. Put it on your to-do list for the end of the year. You might be surprised. You might actually like it. But like I said, it's heavy on the spice. If you're not into spice, if you're not into any magic stuff, don't read it. But it's really good. It's really good. A mysterious book promises unlimited power and unrivaled sexual pleasure. If book dealer Lily Albrecht can find it, it's the sale of a lifetime and maybe a ticket to a new life. Boom, boom, boom. Fantastic. So, yeah, I didn't break any rules. So yes, there are giveaways on Twitter. People, follow your favorite publishing houses and see if you can win a book. Okay, that's it here from me, everyone. I promised a video on Friday. You got your video on Friday. Maybe it'll go out 11 o'clock tonight, but yeah, I had to finish that book for me to do this video. So I know that if you're not watching this tonight, you'll watch it tomorrow morning. And also, tomorrow, I'll be live for Support Small BookTube. So be there or be square. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate all of your feedback and support. It is so awesome to speak to you in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section down below, are you doing this goofy challenge that I regretfully signed up for because I can't buy any books? Let me know. Like I said, I'm in for 25. Got 24 to go. Let's go. Hashtag go MJ. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Morning, day, evening, whatever time it is, whenever you're watching this. Make sure you're taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I will see you in my next video or live, which will be sooner rather than later. So until next time, goodbye for now. Hello everyone, this is MJ and you are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel, every single time I forget the microphone.